We need your support. Click the like buttons below. Now onto the video. Welcome to readtheticker.com. Let's talk about Bitcoin. First, let's talk about the fundamentals and why I believe Bitcoin is a serious challenger to the way payments are made over the internet. Currently we have Visas, MasterCard and PayPal. There's a few others, Google Pay and what have you. They will not be the technology used in the years to come to make payments through web applications to peer-to-peer transactions, for peer-to-peer transactions. They're just too slow, too expensive, and go through too many parties before the payment is actually made. Basically, it's old technology adapting for the new world. What will happen is that new technology will meet the demand of the web. Now, Bitcoin on its own is not good enough to do that. I believe Bitcoin and its sister coin, Litecoin, will be able to achieve this. Currently, in its existing form, it still will not be able to achieve this. But once the Lightning Network and atomic swaps are built into the coding platform, then this will allow transactions to go to peer-to-peer direct at speed and scalable for any size. Right, now the people will get attracted to all these other altcoins, but nothing comes up against the code and the design and the test of time that Bitcoin code and Litecoin code has. The Litecoin code is a mirror of the Bitcoin code with a few tweaks to make it faster. Now, in the software world, time is very, very important. Right, so that's the fundamental understanding. I believe Bitcoin will eventually be the main form of payment across the web. Now, what's going on with the chart? Now, the previous chart discussion, I said we had a major supply point here, which is stated in the obvious, and a B reversal. But then the most significant demand point happened there. But as you can see, we had very poor follow through. And I suggested wait till it gets above 8,000 to prove that it was some sort of demand that mattered. It never came. I was unaware of the Bitcoin Cash fork, and obviously that came along and created a sell-off within Bitcoin. And as I understand it, the mining operations of the new 2 Bitcoin Cash are losing money. So therefore, for them to survive and exist, they need to mine. And if they're going to lose money, they need to fund it. So to fund it, they sold Bitcoin. And as the sale of Bitcoin happened, it attracted other selling, and obviously to push the price down because it broke series of support. This is a serious break at 6,000. So the supply is critical, and I believe it might attract further selling to take it down to 1,000 or 2,000. Now, this chart pattern we see here, which is a sudden, very sharp rally up and a rather sharp sell-off, has happened many times before in the markets. There's a gentleman who studies this. It's called hyperwave. That's 2 words. Mr. Jenk, I think it is, of lucidfunds.com. You can Google that, lucidfunds.com. I'll put a link on the blog post so you can find it. And the hyperwave is a moment of euphoric excitement, and then a massive slump. Now, within readtheticker.com, we have the ability to take a chart pattern, and I decided to take the pattern from this date to this date to scan and to see what happened when this type of pattern has happened before. It's called the period scan. So let's have a look. Here we put Bitcoin, USD. This is Bitstamp. Bitcoin is okay. Beginning of 2013 to the current date. I'm going to scan 200 years of Dow Jones data, about 80 years of silver data, 80 years of gold data, and about, I think, 70 years of NASDAQ composite. I scanned that for that time frame for higher correlation basis, and we've got a very strong hit with silver in 1972. So let's go and take a look. Here's silver. As we have ours, it's a very good correlation. The build up here, the first rally, pretty much over a 200% rally there, and a base out, and a massive rally up here. Comes back down, forms support, and breaks the support, and goes back down from whence it came. Go back to our Bitcoin chart. As you can see, the patterns a very high correlation at 95%. So if this is to repeat, our price target for the sell-off would have to be 2,000 or 1,800, which is as to be expected. Okay, so we might get the odd spike along the way, but why does this happen? It's called sentiment and psychology. All those who are ambitious up here are disappointed down here, and the strong hands know it, and they're going to create pain to see that these people sell. But they won't break the chart. They'll come in and defend it here. Now what happens after that point is anyone's guess. And with 2019 to be a good year of technical achievement for Bitcoin, I suspect it might be quite a good year. Well, what do I mean by quite a good year? 1,000 to 2,000. If Bitcoin hits a 1,000, it goes to 2,000. That's 100% gain. I mean, that's not bad. Here we had a hit in Dow Jones. Base here. It's a lower correlation, 86%. Spike, smashes down. So I'm just saying, you know, not as good as the silver one. Silver one's nearly a direct mirror at 95% correlation. So we'll take that. So once again, the sentiment and the psychology and the disappointment for all those investors who wanted to become hodlers here, I think they might suffer, and we might see price go down to 2,000 at least. This is all subject to an immediate demand rush turning up within the next month or two. For whatever reason, we do know that institutions will have their vehicle to invest in Bitcoin, I think through a Fidelity ETF, and also a custodian service to allow them to hold Bitcoin in funds or what have you. Now, I understand that people say, oh, the volatility can't be, the funds won't get involved in it. They have to put 1% in, and if you don't believe that new technologies have this type of birthing evolution, I suggest you take a look at the Apple chart from the 1990s to 2009, where it goes up to, you know, extremely good highs and smashes back down to zero. So typical growth pattern happens many times, and I believe this is going to happen again here. But like I said before, we've got some real technological advances in this subject in the coming up in the next 12 months. So I'm not at all surprised with the strategic tactical withdrawal in the price action to allow those who have not accumulated to accumulate. Is that a bit of conspiracy theory? Well, why not? It's an easy market to attack. It's quite thin. Large players can push the price up and down. They could have accumulated quite, institutions or certain funds could have easily accumulated here, knowing that they have a chance to bust it down here so they can accumulate lower. Big boys can only accumulate on lower prices, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is attracting a lot of attention. I do know there's big demand on the OTC markets. That's where transactions happen outside the market, and obviously that is music to the institutional ears. So bullish on Bitcoin, yes. Fundamentals look good on yes. I believe this will be the champion between Bitcoin and Litecoin to be the World Wide Web form of payments in the years to come. That view will be confirmed in 2019 as the theory turns into practical. We'll just have to wait. Thanks very much for watching.